Well, I prefer to work with children. I don't see myself, I'm a teacher. That title, I feel it doesn't suit me. I used to work with children. Working with children is basically supporting a young one in their growth. So children basically is an asset for us. And as adult, there is a role for every adult to mold the child in that process. The society is part of molding a child. So parents got a role, teachers got a role, others got a role. So being in education, I feel it's a mission for me. It is part of molding. And I imagine that I'm part of shaping a person, their future, hand-holding their own vision to make them understand their vision, their own personality, integrate them into the society, the present situation, preparing them for the future. That is my basic approach to them. In that process, knowledge sharing happens, knowledge transmission happens, and I also learn a lot in that process because I see, I have seen the world in a different manner, like my own time, my own personal understanding, sociological, historical, cultural understanding. I see a young one, a student who is a student with me. God has entrusted that particular student, that class to me. It is a different world. And I try to understand them. They also need to understand who is the person delivering and handholding. And I often feel that wherever possible, I sit with that particular student or a child I'm working with in different forms. Maybe a workshop, maybe an assignment, maybe a concern coming in. I make sure that I sit with that. And that one-to-one connection makes a lot of difference. That is what I have seen throughout my life. And I look for an opportunity to sit very specifically, little deviated child, maybe learning, maybe in relationship, family, or not really. We also understand a child or a student, when we work with them, and these are they're not really progressing. Some really take multiple steps, a wide step. They also, I sit with them, see that their wide step is being guided or it's in proper line and aligned with their own dream. So that is how I see myself positioned in teaching. Yeah, I really enjoy in that process because it's like blooming. It's a flower or a plant. It's just blooming, and I sit back and enjoy it. I enjoy a child or a student who make a presentation. It's there at the back of the mind the way they did it. And other day I recall somebody was very nervous to present. Has taken one extension, two extension. I found he's really nervous, and I told that the student made an announcement in general. I'm your faculty. I don't I don't want to see. I'm basically here for you. Morning 8:30 to evening 5, it's my time for you. Anytime you come to me, discuss. Otherwise, there is no meaning. I committed to work. And that student mailed the work, and the basic things we discussed. And the next day, he said, I'm going to present. He came early, he set up everything, and made a wonderful presentation. So I could see this happened last week. When the child does it, no, it's a joy. We really enjoy seeing, oh, they are there. And we also follow, basically, and they come back and see some of them. I don't accept any gifts from students. And there were two girls and they were so happy they got a placement in ABP channel. Internship I gave and they placed and they came in person. They waited for me for a few days and said, ma'am, we have a gift to you. Please don't say no to it. So I was obliged to listen to and accept that gift that because they don't, because they really felt that they're being guided. I said, what made you? Because I didn't have any rapport with them in general. But they said, ma'am, your session, this particular thing we learned really helped us to understand and learn and they had a test and we were the top over there when they delivered it. So as a faculty, it was a challenge for me. So when what is expected to deliver, when it is delivered concerning the children's need of the time, they really pick up. We don't need to make any special effort. Those come with the learning. They pick up and they put into practice, and in their heart, of course, it's there. And they come back. Sometimes they come back and ask, "Ma'am, we want your certificate." I said, why not? They are there. That person is there. Ma'am, it's you won because of certain things. This is what. So this that we feel it is okay. It is affirmation. The kind of letter we give, it's from a specific angle.